Here we are going to discuss about the chapter Relational Database Management System (rdbms). This is the third unit of part B. First we are going to discuss about database. Database means collection of data or organized collection of data. For example, in a stationery shop, detailed records of the materials available in the shop. So which is an example of database. Another example is financial transactions occurred in a bank. So the account information and all information related to an account holder which is stored in a database. Also, nowadays everyone uses computerized system. So database programs are widely used. The most famous database programs are Microsoft Access, OpenOffice.org base, then MySQL. These database programs are used to organize the data as per our needs in the computer system. For example, if we want to sort the customer name related with some criteria. For example, if we want to sort the name of customer who their city is Lucknow. Clear? So we can easily sort using these software applications. Also, we can calculate some mathematical operations also. Then database management system, dbms. Database management system is a software package with computer programs that controls the creation, maintenance and use of a database. A dbms allows different user application programs to concurrently access the same database. Some of the dbms are Oracle, IBM DB2, Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft Access, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Fox Pro and SQLite. So, database management system is a software for the creation of a database, and all operations of database can be done using this software application or software package. And also examples are very important: Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft Access, IBM DB2, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Fox Pro and SQLite. Then this is one of the important question: what are the advantages of database? If we use database which reduce the data redundancy. Data redundancy means duplication of data. If we write the data in a paper or a file, what happens? The same data may be duplicated. For example, if you are writing the name of students in our school, there may be duplication of data. So we can normalize this. How? We can create one for class 10 and one for class 9 like this. So the name of the class will be duplicated. That can be removed if you are splitting the tables. Clear? If the first table contain duplication of data, that is class. If a column have class, if a column named class in the table which may contain class 9, class 10, isn't it? So that duplication can be removed. How? We can create one for class 10 and one for class 9. So redundancy can be removed like this. Then sharing of data. The user of the database can share data among themselves. Clear? Data integrity is the third advantage. Data integrity means data is accurate and consistent in the database. That means if one transaction occurs in some place, that will affect in all places. For example, if an amount is withdrawn from account and credited to someone's account, both accounts should be consistent. That means after withdrawing, the amount should be minused, that means subtracted. Clear? And the credited account will be added. That is data integrity. So that data will be consistent. Then data security is the fourth advantage. That means not everyone can access the database. Only authorized users can access, and identity is authenticated using a username and password. Next one is privacy. Privacy is most important advantage of database. That means database access is according to some privacy constraints. Then backup and recovery. Database management system automatically takes care of backup and recovery. It is very important in the case of banking transactions. Then data consistency. Data consistency we have already discussed. That means if multiple mismatching copies of the same data, that means there should be multiple mismatching copies of the same data. Data will be consistent. That is, if in one place we have a chain, that chain will automatically takes place to the other part also. Next important topic is data can be organized into two types, that are flat file and relational. Flat file means data stored in a single table, which is mainly suitable for less amount of data. Then the next one is relational. Relational means data stored in multiple tables in single file, which is called flat file, and multiple single tables, which means flat file, and multiple tables means relational. So these multiple tables have some connection. How the connection is done using some common field. For example, in student data, register number is a common field. Clear? Next, database servers. Database servers are dedicated computers that hold the actual database and run only the dbms and related software, which is a computer. That means database server is a computer that is a dedicated computer for database application, which only run this software. No other software are intertwined. So databases on the database servers are accessed through command line or graphic user interface. Tools referred to as front ends. Database servers are referred to as back end. So which is accessed through some graphical user interface GUI. And so the database is always called a back end. And the user interface that we are seeing is called front end. Such type of data access is also called a client server model. That means client gives some request and server gives some response. Client is ourself, or who is accessing the data, who is client, and server means our dedicated computer that will respond according to client's request. Then rdbms. rdbms is a database management system that is based on the relational model. That means multiple table. In a relational model of a database, all data is represented in terms of tuple. Here the term tuple is very important. That means tuple means row. Actually the data stored in a table, isn't it? Table contains rows and columns, so the row is called a tuple. And here some relations are also occur between the tables. A database organized in terms of relational model, which is called a relational database. Now these terms are also important. You may ask for the exam, you may have some questions related to this for finding the field or record. Let's have a look. Item. Item is the information. Just item is about which information is stored in the database, that's all. And field means each question that we ask about our item is a field. Then record. Record is a set of information stored in your database about one of the item, made up of field. Clear? Then value. Value is the actual text or numerical amount or date which you put in while adding information to your database. So these are the important terms: item, field, record and value. Let's have an example. Listen. This is an example database of employee. The employee table contains employee code, employee name, employee address, employee designation, then what? Employee contact number and employee salary. So here the item means the name of the table or information regarding what? Employee. So the item is employee. And field means the heading of that rows. That means employee code, employee name, employee address, like this. And record means the data. That means the first data E001 ABC, then mirrored that data is called a record. Then value. Value means the same thing. That means the data. Clear? Next, key field. Key field is a value in a field that uniquely identify the record. For example, here the E001, which represents the code of one employee. Clear? The value E001 represent what? The record is the complete set, isn't it? And value is the single data. If we are giving the value is 001, we can get the complete detail of that employee. So which is a key field. Then this is an important question. How data is organized in a rdbms? In rdbms I already told that tables are multiple. So there is an interlinked tables. Clear? Then table. Table is a set of data elements that is organized using a model of vertical column and horizontal rows. Table contain horizontal rows and vertical column. Each row is identified a unique key index or the key field. Next, columns or field. Column is a set of data values of a particular symbol type. One for each row. For example, employee code is a column, clear, and employee name is another column or field. Then rows or records or tuples, which are already explained. Each row in the table represents a set of related data. For example, the first row contains the data of first employee, clear. Then data types. Data types is one of the important thing. Data type means which type of data. For example, name may be in character. Name must be in character, isn't it? And age will be in a numeric. So data may be of 5 categories: numeric type, alphanumeric type, binary type, date type, other variable type. These are the 5 types of data types available in database. So numeric type means numbers. That means for mobile number, age, these are stored in a numeric values, isn't it? Then different types of numeric data types are available. Boolean, then tiny int, small int, integer, big int, numeric, decimal, real, float, double. That means number may be have either 0 or 1 or smallest integer or normal integer or a big number or point number. That's it. Then alphanumeric type means which is contain both alphabet and numeric. These are the types of alphanumeric types. Here the char and varchar are the most commonly used. Char means symbol text and varchar means a specified length. We can set a specified length. For example, we can set a length of 20 for some. For example, if we want to type a 20 character for an address, we can set varchar. Then binary type. Binary types are for storing data in binary format. That means for storing photo, music files, etc. So these are the other types of binary types: long var binary, binary, var binary. Then date time. Date time data type is also one of the database which is mainly for storing the information like date of birth or date of admission, etc., which may have date, time, timestamp. Okay. Then these are the one of the important topics: primary key, foreign key. Primary key is a unique value that identify a row in a table. For example, the above employee code is a unique. If we give the employee code, we can get complete details of that employee. Then foreign key means which identifies a column or set of columns in one table that refers to a column or set of columns in another table. That means if a connection between two tables, if one column or set of columns in one table, that refers to column or set of columns in another table. Clear? Now there are two types of languages, DDL and DML. DDL means data definition language and DML means data manipulation language. Data definition or description language, which is a standard set of commands used for coding like create, alter, drop. Create means for creating some database object. Alter means to modify the database object. Drop means to delete the database object. Then DML, data manipulation language, which is used for the users to access and manipulate data in a database, which have select, insert, delete, update commands. Select means which is used for retrieving information. For example, select star from employee. Then every detail will be, the star is used for what? for printing the every details. So select star from employee means which will print every details of the employee. Then insert. Insert is used for inserting new information into the database. Delete is used for deletion of information in the database. Then update. Update is used for modification of information in the database. Then types of DBML is also important. Procedural and non-procedural. Procedural means the user specify what data is needed and how to get it. And non-procedural means user only specify what data is needed. One of the popular data manipulation language is SQL, structured query language. Here we can consider the database employee info. Here some details are employee ID, employee name, emergency contact number, phone number, address, city and country. Then let's look how to create the table. You may ask one question, that is for how to create this table. For creating this table we need to write create table, then put the name of the table. Name of the table is what? Employee info. Clear? So create table employee info. Next, drop. Drop means delete the database. Just write drop database, then table name employee. If the table name is employee, we can write employee or employee info. Then drop table, table name. Then complete information present in the table will be lost. Clear? Here employee is the name of the database. Clear? So every table should be deleted. And if you want to delete only one table, you can use drop table, then table name. Then truncate table, employee info. Your information will be lost, but the table will be there. Clear? So the data will be blank. Alter table employee info, add blood group varchar of 255. This means we can add an extra column. The column name is blood group, which should be in a character of 255. Next is insert, for inserting some new records, which is insert into, then table name, then values, then put a bracket in single quotes. The first one here is what? Employee ID, which is a character numerical. So we need to insert by what? In a single quotes we need to insert the employee ID, then employee name. All the data should be inserted in a single quotes. After closing the bracket, also put semicolon. This command is used, or this statement is used for inserting a data, inserting a new record. Then update. If you want to modify a record, we can use this command. Update employee info, set employee name is equal to Ahana, city is equal to Ahmedabad, where employee ID is equal to 1. That means those who have employee ID, set the name and city like this. Then delete. Delete statement is used to delete the existing record in a table. Delete from employee info, where employee name is equal to Preeti. That means those who have employee name Preeti, the data will be deleted. Then next one is select. Select is used for selecting a data. Select employee ID, employee name from employee info. So the data will be selected from the table employee info. Both the employee ID and employee name will be displayed. If we use star, select star from employee info, then every data will be displayed. So these are the important topics from DBMS chapter.